everybody, welcome to Annie Akinyi's channel. Just give me 1 minute. Oh, it's recording. So hi everybody, welcome to Annie Akinyi's channel. This is where we talk about all things immigrating to Canada. Today we are going to talk about resumes and CVs. All countries have got a particular way and format by which employers and recruiters prefer their resumes and CVs to look like. Canada is no exemption, and so Canadian employers have got a format that they prefer. And so for you to stand a chance, for you to increase your chances of being considered by a Canadian employer, you need to make your CV as per the Canadian format. And so having said that, today I'm going to take you through how to make a CV which is acceptable to most employers and recruiters in Canada. Shall we? Okay, then if you're new to this channel, kindly subscribe, click on the bell so that whenever I post a video you're notified, and remember to like this video please. It makes me look good on YouTube, so kindly like and share please. So let's get into the video. So guys, if you're planning to move to Canada as a worker, either skilled or non-skilled, as a student, then you will be required to make a resume or a CV. And so it is important to learn how to make one which is acceptable to Canadian employers and recruiters. And so in this video, we are going to learn how to make a Canadian resume in a Canadian format. We are also going to learn how to optimize your resume in order to increase your chances of getting a job or accepted into your preferred school. We are also going to learn what to and what not to add into these resumes. We are going to also learn about best practices that would increase your chances of getting a job. We're also going to learn the length of the resume in terms of how many pages are acceptable or are preferred by Canadian employers. And so guys, I'll get into the video right now. The best format for a Canadian resume is the chronological, or rather the reverse chronological format, which actually places your work experience up front. And so these are the sections contained in a typical chronological resume. Number one is the header, and in the header it has your name, your job title, and your contacts. And when we talk about contacts, we only mean your phone number and your email address. Do not add your mailing address, PO box numbers, or any other address that unveil or rather exposes where you live, or those are unnecessary information. And so in the header you only need your name, your job title, and your contact, which is your phone number and your email address. The next section, which is the second section, your resume summary or objective. So in this area is a short paragraph where you do summarize what your objective is, or rather you do summarize what you're looking for, your qualifications and your experience in one short paragraph. So that is the second section. The third section, guys, contains your work experience. Now here you start with your most current work experience. So what you're doing now, or if you're not working now, the last job you had before you quit or you were fired or before you stopped working for whatever reason. So this place, it's gonna be chronological. It's going to be in order from the most current job experience to the least job experience. Under this section, you do not need to populate it with a lot of information. Do not add your job responsibilities and duties. You're not copy pasting your job description on here. On this section, you're going to have at least 4 experiences you have gained or you have gathered or achievements you've had in your previous work experience, and it has to be a minimum of either 4. It can be between 4 and 7 maximum experiences that you've had in relation to the job that you're looking for. Remember, on the job experience, you have to add the title of the job that you are doing or you are currently doing. You have to add the organization that employed you, the dates that you are employed or the dates that you are working at this place. If it is your current job, then write from when you are employed until date or to current. Okay, so that is the first thing. Your current job right now comes first, and then the one that followed the current until the old experience that you had. It is advisable that you have at least 2 or 3, but if you have 1, if you're just graduating, that's still okay. You can have 1, but don't have lots. Just pick those that are suitable to the job that you are actually applying for. Okay, the next section, which is section number 4, here we have your education. Okay, this is a section where you list all your educational background. If you've had a degree, if you have a master's, if you have a diploma, and if you have a certificate, any education background which is relevant to the job you're applying for, this is the place where you list all that. The 5th section, this is where you add skills, achievements, certifications, any volunteer work that you have done. So this is the section that gives you an opportunity to include those relevant activities that you have done and achieved, and they do not fit into the 4 categories that I've listed above. So here, this is where you can list your skills. Like for example, you can list that you are a good communicator, you have very good communication skills. That number 1. Maybe you do have persuasion skills, and remember, these skills should be in relation to what job you're looking for. So don't just list skills for the sake of listing skills. List skills that will help your employer identify you and improve your chances of being selected. Under this section also, you can add your certifications. So certifications such as maybe memberships to certain organizations which are relevant to the job that you're looking for. If you are an environmental engineer, say maybe you are a member of the National Environment Committee. If you are a caregiver, you could list something like you have had your first aid certificate. That increases your chances because that means that you're good at actually responding to emergencies. Okay, you are allowed to have other sections or additional sections if you want, but not necessary. So ideally, that is the typical Canadian resume format that you're needed to have. A Canadian resume format do not require you to add references. I'm gonna talk about this in 1 minute. So the following are the things that you're not supposed to add on a Canadian resume, and this is very important because I know some countries allow it and encourage it. In Canada, some of it is criminal, so do not add your picture. On your resume. I've had people add pictures on top of their resumes. That is not acceptable in Canada. Do not add personal details. And personal details include your race, your cultural background, your skin color, your religion, your personal contact details other than your phone number and your email address, your sexual orientation, your marital status, ethnicity. Do not add your social media handles except LinkedIn. All these are not considered relevant in acquiring a job here in Canada. Actually, it is considered a criminal offense if any employer asks for this information in Canada. under the human rights law. So do not. This actually can lower your chances of getting a job. Do not add references. Okay, as I said before, do not add references. If an employer wants your references, they will ask you to send them a list of your references, and at this point they will be strongly considering you as a candidate. Do not even add a section stating that references available upon request. That is unnecessary, adding on to the pages that your resume is gonna be not needed. Best practices: make sure that you tailor make your resume to suit or to fit into the job ad or the job posting that you're targeting. It is important to tailor make each and every resume to fit into the job posting that you are intending to apply. Okay, in today's job market, general or generic resumes do not work. They will not help you get a job. So tailor make your resume to fit into the postings that you have. Also, make sure you use keywords. So employers here in Canada, they go through lots, hundreds, thousands of resumes, and so sometimes they may not read word by word. They may actually rely on online sites that uses keywords to eliminate, or rather to filter, those resumes so that they are actually left with a few that they can go through. So make sure you're using keywords. How do you get these keywords? Go to a job posting in the organization that is advertising for a job and get the keywords based on the job type that they're looking for. Ideally, do not just use keywords for the sake of using a keyword. Make sure that this has actually been part of your experience. Okay, don't just make them up, because again, that will disqualify you. Always have a cover letter to accompany your resume. Remember, a resume is just a list of facts and figures. What you have done: I have gone to school here, I have worked here, these are my experiences, these are what I was doing, and this is my objective, these are my contacts, these are the certifications that I have completed or achieved. Full stop. I will do a video talking about cover letters in the next video, so watch out for that. Okay, so guys, at this point we've gone too far. If you're enjoying, if you're learning, please make sure to subscribe, make sure to like the video and hit on the notification bell. Alright, another best practice is that when you're making or giving out an email, make sure you have a formal email. Guys, avoid having emails such as vicky.sexy@gmail.com, sexylicious, yummylicious@gmail.com. Be simple and formal. Remember to mind the length of your CV. This is very important. So as I said, Canadian employers go through lots of resumes, and you don't want to have pages and pages and pages. No one ain't got time for that. Okay, so make sure your CV is at least a page. I mean, at most a page. So guys, if you can make your CVs a page, that would be perfect. However, I understand that there are people who have got lots of experience, and so it can run to like 1.5 or 2 pages. That's okay, but at maximum, I would encourage you to have a maximum 2-page CV, but I would actually really encourage you to have a 1-page CV if that is possible, unless you're going for a CEO position whereby you've had lots and lots experience. That's a different case. Make sure you're simple and clear and precise. Okay, use action words. Okay, action words are like, I supervised 3 people while I was working at this place, I sold. So use action words in when you're listing your experiences. Also, make sure to quantify your experience or your achievement. For example, I supervised 5 people while I was working at this organization, or I made this percentage of profit while I was working in the sales department of such and such organization. Quantify your experiences and achievements. Okay, so guys, having said all that, let me show you what a typical Canadian resume looks like, shall we? So the first few people to comment down below, I will be sending you a copy of this Word document so that you can edit to suit your experience and your career or your job, your area of specialization. So make sure you like and comment down below, guys. This is a typical resume that I made for somebody known as Winnie Clara. If there's somebody who exists in this world by the name Winnie Clara, I am not impersonating you. This is just an example of a resume that I made. This is Winnie Clara resume. As you can see, the first section is the header, as I told you, and it has her names, her official names, her contact details, which is the phone number and email address. On to the next section is the professional summary. In this is where she gives her objective or a summary of her resume and what she's looking for. I'm just gonna read out loud for you so that you can get an idea of what a summary looks like. Winnie Clara's professional summary is to be part of a dynamic, mission and vision-driven organization that offers challenges and prospects for career development and opportunity to enhance her background in humanity service, leadership, and human development. She is a service-focused support worker, successfully caring for clients with diverse needs. Her work experience, she says she's been a community support worker at Moyo Safi Place in Kampala, and that was from April 2022 to current. That's her current job. That is what she's still doing. She has listed her experience, and remember, you don't have to do more than 7. She has done 4, which is actually perfect. She says she ensures community inclusion, she ensures client health and safety, she performs home and facility and yard maintenance. She also administers medication. In her past job, she was a live-in nanny at We Care Children's Home in Nairobi from October 2019. And remember where the dates are. She has included the title of the job she was doing, the organization, and the period of time she was working at that organization. And she went ahead and listed her experience. She has a third one, follows the same format. And then the next section is her education. She has talked about having done diploma in social work from Wakili Technical College in Nairobi. And then the last section is skills, certifications, and achievements. She has good verbal, written, and communication skills. She has the ability to work in a team or individually. She has persuasion skills, and she's organized, highly organized. And then I believe these are her certifications. She has a food certificate, she has first aid certificate, she owns a car, and she has WIMI certificate. And pretty much that's the end of it. And this is one page, guys. Never mind this last page, it's blank. Anyways, remember, one page resume, there's no section for references. Simple, precise, and using simple language. Remember, as I told you again, the people doing recruitment may not be well conversant with your area. So technical job groups like maybe engineering, you do not want to use jargons or these big words that they cannot understand. Use simple words, because people in human resources may not understand what you're talking about, and you don't want to be disqualified for using a big word which may necessarily be accurate, but they don't understand. So guys, that's a typical Canadian resume. If you are, feel free to use my example to actually make your own, to fit your own area of specialization. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click on the bell. Okay, thank you guys, I love you, and bye bye.